Hello everyone, this is Zagony333, and today's fucking movie review is Laid to Rest. So, check out this awesome box artwork, and there's another reason I'm showing it, not just because I have been lately, but for this particular film, what drew me to this one was the box art that I just showed. So, in this case, it's like, judging a book by its cover, but in this case, a movie. The box art was awesome enough, and it goes to show you that when, artwork is done really fucking well, like this one, that it can intrigue you enough to purchase said movie and view it. But this movie is from 2009. It is an hour and 30 minutes, and it is a horror thriller. There we go. A slight delay, but we're good. Anyways, so what can I explain before we jump into spoilers? Because this may be a kind of quick video, like it's sort of been. Basically, this is one of the highlights, not highlights, but positives I have, is this movie pretty much immediately jumps into action. And so basically, the synopsis, summary, whatever, that I could give this film is that pretty much a woman wakes up in a coffin in a funeral home and is basically being pursued by the killer, which you saw his mask on the cover, by the way. His name is Chrome Skull. And, pretty fucking crazy son of a bitch, but I mean, they typically all are, but this one in particular has kind of unique things, which is another good highlight that I'm going to be showing here. Well, discussing. If this thing would stay lit. You piece of fucking garbage. There we go. There, fucker. Alright. Anyways, so yeah, the first thing that I put here, because, not too much I'll be able to discuss, but one of the first things is the immediate action is what's really cool about this movie. It pretty much just jumps right into things. Not much of a, it's not where they're like building up a story, building up characters or anything. You pretty much just jump straight into some crazy shit, and the whole movie kind of, it has its slower moments, but yeah, it doesn't really fuck around in that aspect. But to me, anyways, the main cool thing about this film is the killer himself and the kills and stuff like that. Because, this movie's not thought-provoking. It's not going to blow your mind either. But it's a simple kind of mindless entertainment, joy kind of thing. It's more about just the fun of it, pretty much. But yeah, so it's just pretty much about just entertainment crap, entertaining, no thought-provoking shit, just a slasher, if you will. It's kind of cheesy, but it's a good kind of cheesy movie. It's not like too much of a cheesy flick as well. Because that's the other thing is, there may be other movies where the effects might be a little bit better or something like that. But to me, this is, it does the job well, good enough and everything. And that's another highlight that I'm going to put on here. What, not just the killer is the best part of this movie, but the kills are really intense and fucking awesome and creative and stuff, as well as the equipment that the killer uses in this movie, Chrome Skull. But yeah, so really, I think that, because he has a unique, cool look, chrome mask and all that shit. And another thing I should highlight is this crazy fucker records all this shit that he does in this movie and stuff. So, like, there's kind of like different technology and kind of gadget type shit that he uses and stuff. That's what kind of makes it unique, is that this, killer doesn't really fuck around. He's pretty fast, fucking crazy, intense, uses some cool stuff, and, it does some unique things like that. And really, in a way, it's almost like a current, well, I should actually save this part for spoilers. But yeah, there's not too much that I can discuss without just spoiling things, other than, like I said, awesome badass killer. And another thing is, I do feel like this film is a little underrated, because at least I don't hear too many ever talk about it or anything. But to me, like, what's awesome about this is if it would have gotten more recognition and other things like that. Like, this is the kind of killer that I could see being on, like, the game Dead by Daylight, for instance. Like a cool character that's added into there. It's a really badass, character that could have, had a franchise or something like that, which there is kind of a franchise, but yeah, like I said, at least for, among horror fans that I've talked to and stuff, I haven't heard really anybody mention this one or anything. But yeah, badass killer, badass kills, And so if you want a cool slasher, here you go. You've got that. But now we're going to move on to the fucking spoilers. And yeah, wrap this video up after I give it its rating, which I almost fucking forgot. Motherfuck. It is a 6. Like I said, it's not something mind-blowing. It's not like a really amazing film. But I put a little bit above average just because of the cool highlights that I mentioned, the cool aspects of the film that kind of set it apart, made it pretty cool. But alright, now it's the fucking spoilers. So the first thing that I put here, and this just made me want to smack my fucking forehead, was you've got to love how in the beginning the main girl, because yeah, she's pretty much not even given a name through the movie and stuff. Yeah, we're in spoilers. You got to love how she calls the police. And they said, you know, in 20 seconds they'll trace the line. And she immediately fucks that up by ripping the fucking cord out of the goddamn wall. Like, all you had to do was sit in fucking place for 20 seconds and you'd have been fucking good. But nope, she fucks that one up. I don't know. It just made me want to smack my forehead and shit here. Gave me kind of a laugh this time around anyways. But, yeah, the other things... Oh, the thing I was going to mention, now that we're in the spoilers, is in a way it kind of, when I thought about it, in a sense, this is kind of like a more modern-day Jack the Ripper type thing, since he particularly targets prostitutes and things like that. It's kind of like a modern-day telling of a Jack the Ripper sort of thing, which is pretty cool. And I didn't, you know, link that together when I first watched it a long time ago. But another thing I was going to put here is one of my favorite parts in this film is the later on segment, like in the gas station and stuff, because the when the one character, the cashier, grabs the shotgun and shit, I remember being like, oh, hell yeah, like, I don't know, people doing smart things sometimes, actually having a way to fight back, but then that ended horribly. But that particular little moment was really fucking cool. I don't know, just the way he grabbed the fucking shotgun and pulled it up, so that way, you know, killed him that way. That's what I was talking about cool, creative, badass kills like that made it entertaining and stuff. But another thing I was going to put here that I thought was amusing was the product placement thing, because I've actually had those fucking cheese puffs before. It was fucking awesome. I didn't even notice that one. But yeah, I've had those cheese puffs before, and they're the shit. So if you ever see those around, pick them up. They're fucking awesome. And then the next thing I'll talk about is the tire sealant kill. That was fucked up. Really fucked up. I mean, these couple that I'm talking about, but yeah, that was some really agonizing shit. It was just like, I remember when I first watched this film, because like I said, it was a long time ago. I'm not sure how new it was, so I can't really recall that. But I just remember when I first watched that, that was like, oh fuck, that made me kind of cringe and freak a little bit. It was like pretty intense shit, but awesome as hell. As well as when, at the end, the killer pretty much, you know, puts the stuff on the mask to keep it on his face, whenever he basically has to tear that off and essentially tears his own fucking face off. That was pretty grueling shit too. I don't know. I just remember when I first watched this, they were kind of like moments that were like, oh fuck, but they're really cool, and that's like what I was meaning. The creative, cool kills here, the cool look of the killer and stuff. Really awesome movie. You know, it's nothing, you know, like 10 worthy, 9 worthy, 8 worthy, but it's awesome and it's cool for those little things that it does, the cool aspects, the unique aspects. But alright, yeah, that's about, I think, all that I really have to say since I gave it its rating, and I pretty much covered everything else. There wasn't any trivia type shit or anything that I could really cover. So, yeah, I'm getting me another smoke ready for after this video. But alright, that is all I have to say. If you check out a trailer, or, you know, if the box art, you know, is pleasing to the eyes like it was for me and really fucking cool and catches your attention, maybe check it out if you like slashers and shit like that as well. But this is Agony333, and I hope you all have an amazingly wonderful spec-fucking-tacular day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!